we'll see a squad from the Big 12. The James Madison Dukes taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Dukes will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Memphis offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off a defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Memphis wants to move quickly. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. To grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snakes. Going for it all. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Dukes offense has its first opportunity of the day. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
He'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Dukes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Nicholson. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. The Dukes will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Memphis picking up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Guys, let's talk about Memphis. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Dukes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damage.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Still on his feet at the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. A very productive line gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Memphis wants to move quickly. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. Makes the grab. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. On target. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Dukes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third down. Complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Dukes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have...
Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking for a man. It's Nicholson. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Tries to get it on the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think because of where they are on the field right now, close to midfield, made that decision a whole lot easier for the head coach to decide to go for it on that fourth down.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Here comes the hurry up. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Memphis.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Dukes will hustle to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Firing to the right, complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unleashes one. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love the coverage in the back end by this secondary. That DB was glued to the wide receiver, just staying right behind him. He was able to locate the ball and get his paw out there to knock it down.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Quarterback moving. He tried to buy some time, and the defense was not having it. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He fires one deep down the right side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Memphis picking up the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Dukes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. He got loose, almost housed him, finally dragged down at the 32. Memphis wants to move quickly.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down. Certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Handoff from the gun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive.
There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Handoff to the lone back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Memphis picking up the tempo. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! I I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Nicholson. He's got it down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Dukes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, James Madison. Great job by the back on the option. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Complete on 3rd down. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Michigan. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Dukes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Unloads it left. Makes the catch. First down and maybe a lot more. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Dukes with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got the first down, looking for more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Dukes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Got a man. It's Roberson. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. And the Dukes decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. They're going to ride this running back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense set for a first down play. Reads it, fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the left. Off to the races. He's at the... And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play score. And the capper coming on, an electrifying pass play that covered 93 yards to the house. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Roberson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Here's a throw downfield late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Memphis wants to move quickly. The offense changing the play. Trying to get the corner. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them.